Hi, Mr. A here, and remember, if you want to fast forward, skip ahead, use the timestamps, or watch this video at 2 times speed, or half speed, whatever you need to get this lesson the way you need. Anyways, the lesson today is going to be on distribution, and honestly, besides breaking down step by step what distribution is in a problem, there's not much I can say about distribution. It's mostly a process rather than a definition. So for these notes, I'm just going to go through some of the warm-up problems we've done before and hopefully walk you through step by step very slowly so you can get a good idea of what I'm doing. So the first one we'll be working with is 3 times the quantity of 10 plus 2. So notice the way I said that out loud. 3 times the quantity of 10 plus 2. Another way I could have said that is 3 times the sum of 10 plus 2. Either way, that word sum or quantity is talking about parentheses. So this set of parentheses adding 2 numbers in between. So this 3 times this whole thing, this entire sum or quantity, is going to need, well, not necessarily need distribution, but I recommend it. The reason why it doesn't necessarily need distribution is because, if you notice, these two numbers, 10 and 2, are like terms. But as you'll see in geometry, so many times, whatever is here or here, they're not like terms. I might have a 10 and a 3x, or a 3x squared plus 2x, and I just can't add them. So it's a good idea to practice distribution, even if we're working with like terms, or constants like 10 and 2. So let's take a look at what we do. The first thing I'd say, well, let's make sure I write it down. We are going to use distribution. And that looks like, and I often write these arrows because I think it's helpful to remember. We take 3 and we're distributing it to 10, and we're also distributing it to 2. So I am multiplying 3 times 10, and I'm multiplying 3 times 2. And what this is going to end up looking like, so 3 to 10, and also 3 to 2, it'll be 3 times 10 plus 3 times 2. So this step, step number 1, becomes step number 2 here. Okay? Let's highlight these so you know these are steps. Okay. So step number 1 becomes step number 2. I am distributing the 3, the multiplication of positive 3, to both 10 and 2. So from here, it's pretty easy. 3 times 10, we get 30. Plus 3 times 2, 6. Add them together, 36. Not too bad. And PEMDAS, remember? We see parentheses, we want to take care of them, but that doesn't always mean adding them together. So let's say I get 3 times 2x minus 1. 3 times the sum of 2x minus 1, or 3 times the quantity of 2x minus 1. And let's just have minus 3x at the back and see what we can combine at the end there. The first thing is I see these parentheses and I think PEMDAS, and I need to take care of them. But 2x and minus 1, they are not like terms. We know this from previous videos, that they don't have the same variable, the same letter, and they don't have the same exponent. So we need to distribute, because there's no way I could add what's on the inside of these parentheses. So they're not like terms. What do? Same thing as before. The distribution is I take 3 and I distribute it to 2x, and I distribute it to negative 1. And that's going to end up looking like 3 times 2x plus 3 times negative 1. And notice I wrote 3 here, positive 3 here, and I also wrote positive 3 here. I think that's helpful because this is a positive 3 out front here, and I'm multiplying it by negative 1. I'm not doing it the other way around of minus 3 times positive 1. And solving this out, 3 times 2x, 6x. 3 times negative 1, positive times negative, will give us minus 3. And we can't forget our 3x in the back here. The thing I tagged on follows us all the way down. Okay, so 6x minus 3 minus 3x. Can I combine like terms? Absolutely. Let me highlight these like terms. I see a 6x and I see a minus 3x. Those are the only like terms in this expression, so those go together. 6x minus 3x will give me positive 3x minus 3. Because there's nothing I could have done with this minus 3. It just comes down, and this is my answer. Okay, not too bad. The whole point is we distribute when we cannot combine like terms inside the parentheses. That is when we distribute. So maybe one more example. Negative 2 times the sum, or the quantity, of 5x plus 4. Okay, so this one's very, very important to pay attention to because we have a negative 2 out front here, and that's going to carry over to every distribution. So it is negative 2 times minus 5 and negative 2 times 4. So that's going to look like negative 2 times minus 5x minus 2, and notice I have the minus 2 in both places. That's very helpful. And minus 2 times positive 4. I distribute. Negative times negative, so negative 2 times negative 5x will give me a positive 10x. Negative 2 times 4 is going to give me a negative 8. And there is our answer. Distribution.